Oh, he's greeting Godzilla.
That's a great puppet. Space should do a piece on those puppets.
Hi, how are you? Denise
Hey,
from
Gareth.
E.
Hey, good to see you.
Thanks for coming out. Tell me about casting some of the amazing actors you have, from the seasoned actors like Bryan Cranston, Juliette Binoche, to the young guns like Elizabeth Olsen and Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Yeah, I mean, the thing with the cast is, like, obviously have this amazing opportunity, and we tried to make a very character-driven piece and have some emotion in it, maybe not what people expect when they think of Godzilla. And you contact the actors and you make the offer, and to be honest, all of them had the same response, which is, Godzilla's not for me. And then you say, okay, I understand where you're coming from, and we are not making that movie you're picturing. We're making something serious, emotional for an adult audience. And we sent them the screenplay. I did like this little test scene for them to see the sort of tone of the movie, and thankfully they all did a U-turn and agreed to do it.
Great. So speaking of character-driven, Godzilla has like an interesting character, shows his softer side here. How do you make an enormous radioactive monster humanize him?
I'm not sure. I mean, basically, when we started, the first obvious choice was, okay, we're going to base it on nature. And we got like hundreds and hundreds of wildlife clips. And we just literally had him animated just like animals. And then we sat and watched it, and we were like, And we realized that the reason why all wildlife documentaries have narration is because animals are really bad storytellers, and you can't tell what they're thinking, what they're trying to do. And so we had to dial him slowly towards being more human and put more soul into him. And towards the end of the process, we're very lucky that Andy Serkis, who did Gollum and King Kong and that, came on board and helped us with some of the performance. So some of those soulful moments in the eyes, Godzilla's a little bit of Andy in there, I think.
So since you're known for your special effects, how long did it take you to decide like what it was going to look like?
Yeah, I thought it was going to be the easiest thing out of the whole process, because everybody has an opinion on what Godzilla looks like. And then it actually became one of the hardest things, mainly because everybody has an opinion on what Godzilla looks like. And so it was like this strange Rubik's Cube where you get one side right, you go, okay, that looks good, and you turn it, and then you ruin the other side, and you have to keep pushing and pulling. And I think the strongest or best characters are ones that have really good silhouettes. Like, I think if you had a competition and you had all the characters from cinema history and you went around the world, and every time someone didn't recognize one, you had to throw it away. I feel like the grand final would be between Mickey Mouse and Godzilla. And it's because their silhouettes are so strong. And so what we would do is we turned his texture to jet black and put him against white. And so it looked like a warning Godzilla crossing sign. And we would just rotate him and reshape him and rotate him and reshape him. And we kept doing this until there wasn't an angle where he didn't have a strong, iconic image. And that it took us about a few weeks to get 90% there, and then about another year to get the full 100%.
Great. Sorry, we have two outlets on the same.
Okay,
I'll be really quick.
We're sharing.
Yes, we're sharing. So in the spirit of that, Godzilla has a long history of fighting other monsters, like your film as well. Was wondering how you think Godzilla would fare against some other movie creatures or people. So how do you think you would do against like the Cloverfield monster, for instance?
I mean, he's king of the monsters for a reason. I think anybody you're going to list now, he's going to kick their ass, really.
Okay, well what about the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man?
That would be my favorite battle, because I feel like all the spectators, it's going to be like free toasted marshmallows for everybody. You know, everyone's a winner.
Do you think maybe a giant-sized Rocky Balboa could take on Godzilla?
Well, that's actually interesting, because when you deal with Godzilla, there's like two characters that you can kind of emulate emotionally, and one of them is Rocky. Like, you can get the audience rooting for Rocky, but the other one that's sort of surprising is you can sort of get a bit of E.T. in there, in that there's this character, like this sort of alien character that comes from another world that you kind of fall in love with for, hopefully, in our movie for a bit, and you don't want him to die, kind of thing. So there's a little bit of that and a little bit of Rocky. If you combine those two, kind of where we were heading towards with Godzilla.
Amazing. Thank you very much.